6'4" center, a sophomore right there. And Andrew Tay rounding out starting 5 of the Mount Zion Braves, a senior standing at 6'2". That's a forward. 3 of the 4 seniors for Mount Zion starting tonight. Quite a few seniors on the Taylorville end tonight. How big of an impact will seniors make in a Powell Conference matchup like this, Lou? Yeah. Yeah. It really is a perfect mix there. Sophomores, too. We got all 4 grade levels in the ball game on both ends of this. And Taylorville without the sophomore there, but a freshman, junior, and senior. It's perfectly set up right there. And we are inbound for the national anthem. About 2 minutes left up on the clock. Both teams getting their final shots up. To reiterate, this Mount Zion team is, as advertised, they're 6-0 on the year. This is a team that's been dominant for the past few years in a lot of sports. Taylorville bringing Mount Zion to the very end of the football season, 16-14. That game ended on a windy night away at Mount Zion. And you look at games like that, Lou, and you do what comparisons you can, and Taylorville athletically is matching up better with these Apollo Conference teams. This is just kind of the ebbs and flows of these athletic programs. But it has to be, there's something to be said about the effort Taylorville has had in the weight room. That's something Ryan Brown has been noting this year. Have you seen that out on the court this year? Just kind of banging bodies down low, grabbing more rebounds than you'd think.
Sure, absolutely. And you know, in the football season, like you said, that tough 2-point loss, and that's a Mount Zion team that went on and played for the state championship.
Yeah.
And they lost pretty handily there in that, but still to get to the state final, and Taylorville took them down to the last play of the game during the regular season. Says a lot about what the guys have been doing, and even in basketball, obviously, we're matching up well with the other teams, and I think physically we'll be right there with Mount Zion.
Without a doubt, couldn't agree more. We got a minute left until national anthems here. We got out your starting 5. They will do one more starting 5 right here. Shea Champley, I'm pretty sure, got a haircut. Number 0. Who's on the way out? Shea Champley with a buzz cut. He had to get a little bit more aerodynamic following in Baron Odom's footsteps this year. We like to see that with this Taylorville team wearing their white on whites tonight. Purple and gold trim around the shorts and their jerseys. Purple numbers. T-ville splashed across the chest. We are just about set here from Dolph Stanley Court, and a really good showing here in the Taylorville West Gym. Purple Rain with their purple glow sticks there. We got the jazz band in here as well. Head coach Ryan Brown's Taylorville Tornadoes, they are set and ready for this matchup tonight. 1-3, Taylorville looking for their second win on the year, and that was one of Coach Brown's goals pre-season. He was talking, I want this team to go 1-0. We're not looking at winning streaks, just taking one game at a time, and I think I do like that. Lou, final words before we get this thing going.
Yes, Tim, that's the way to look at it. One game at a time. It's the right approach, and doesn't matter what happened last time. We played a full 4 quarters and won a game, but we've got to come out and do the same thing tonight. So good luck, Tornadoes.
Without a doubt. The national anthem is about to go off here, so we will take ourselves one last break, and we'll be back with opening tip. Your Taylorville Tornadoes taking on the Mount Zion Braves. You're listening to WTIM, your information station. Back here at Dolph Stanley Court, your Taylorville Tornado boys varsity basketball squad taking on the Mount Zion Braves tonight. We are being introduced to our starting five for the Mount Zion Braves. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson here on WTIM, your information station. Sam Driscoll, Brody Lipa, Jacob Harvey, Lincoln Coaster, Connor Cuddy, and Andrew Tay, the starting five for the Mount Zion Braves. 6'4" is the tallest height in the mix there, and here comes the starting five for the Taylorville Tornadoes. The lights go dim here at Dolph Stanley Court, and Tommy, the Tornado, makes a little trip past the scorer's table here. Always a scene here. The Taylorville Jazz Band, beautiful rendition of the national anthem, I might add. That was very impressive. First out of the tunnel here for the Taylorville Tornadoes, it's Baron Odom, senior, standing at 6'4". Going to be looking to lean on the forward tonight. Scoop up all the points he can underneath the basket. On the other end of things, there was a senior, now there's a freshman. It's Brock Brown, stands at 6'5", 9 points per game for the freshman. He's looking to heat up tonight, and this will be his toughest matchup of the year. Clark Durbin, 8 points per game, and a senior, the third of the five for this Taylorville team. Malik Pierce, good to see him getting the start for tonight. Rounding out the starting five, it's Drake Howard. Really the leader, captain type of this team, leads the team in points scored and steals. That Drake Howard, he's all over the place, and he's going to really need to have it tonight. This is a game, Lou, that can really get away from you. This Mount Zion team is going to take advantage of everything they can tonight.
Yeah, absolutely, Tim. You know, we've just got to keep our composure. We're going to have to play fast, but we're going to have to play under control fast, right? There's a difference, and so hopefully Taylorville can do that early.
Some controlled aggression tonight.
Sure.
Baron Odom at the center line against Connor Cuddy, 6'4", 6'4". Tip is up, and it is one. Drake Howard in the backcourt, and your Taylorville Tornadoes move right to left on your radio dial. We're here at Dolph Stanley Court, Taylorville against Mount Zion. We are excited. Ball's kicked over to the far side, and Malik Pierce, he'll crisscross right at the three-point line. Give it up to Brock Brown. He'll take a quick three, and that'll fall. Taylorville wastes no time getting scoring started. Brock Brown makes it 3-0.
Great start. Nice shot.
A lot of confidence in that shot from the freshman. Now Mount Zion with it, moving left to right. Far side is Sam Driscoll, 5'11", point guard. Snaps it off to the top of the key. Sends Malik Pierce back, and Mount Zion gets an easy lay. 3-2, Taylorville leads.
Nice move by Lincoln Coaster in the lane with a crossover. Got in the lane and made a nice little dish for the two.
Drake Howard stops in the paint, jumps, shoots, just short. Mount Zion grabs the rebound. Sam Driscoll kicks it off into the far side. Moving back towards the top of the key now, Lincoln Coaster. Sam Driscoll sends up a three, it rattles out. Pulled down Malik Pierce. Pierce now moves on the far side. Gets to the three-point line, stops, back to the center of the key, keeps it with the left, drives through the lane, goes up with one off the glass, and good. Takes the contact, he was there for it, makes it 5-2 Taylorville.
Really nice by Malik. He got into some traffic, but just kept his body controlled the ball, and made a nice lay-in.
Minute and a half gone in this first quarter. Taylorville, Mount Zion. Taylorville leads 5-2. Right in front of us, that's Lincoln Coaster, top of the key, and Sam Driscoll. Driscoll, a couple steps in, hops it back out for Coaster. Then finds a Sam Driscoll baseline wide open. One dribble off the glass and good, 5-4.
Yeah, a couple of easy backdoor kind of layups there for Mount Zion so far. We'll have to tighten that up.
Drake Howard slows the pace right at the Tornado logo. Now in the hands of Brock Brown. He made a three to start the scoring off in this game. Clark Durbin. Now it's Malik Pierce. Pierce starts his dribble, moves off to his left. Now steps just inside the three-point line, kicks it off to Drake Howard, top of the key. Baron Odom now. Odom to Howard, long-range three. Drake Howard just off the front iron, looked good. 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. 1 point lead for Taylorville. It's Mount Zion driving towards the basket is Lincoln Coaster. Offensive foul called on Lincoln Coaster. Taylorville will grab that right back.
Yeah, Baron Odom stood his ground down there in the paint and saw the contact coming and took one for the team. Nice play by Baron.
Really did. Baron Odom's really been stepping into that role this year. He's taking quite a few charges. Drake Howard right along with him there. Howard, the ball carrier, gets it across the center line, moves off to his right to the far side of the court. Gets locked up in the corner, gives it off to Malik Pierce. He sees an open three, rattles out. Rebounded back by Mount Zion. Pushing the floor now is Lincoln Coaster. Coaster into our near side corner, relocating his Cuddy. Back to Coaster. He crosses, steps right inside the three-point line. Little floater in the lane, bounces out. Brock Brown comes away with the rebound.
Yeah, nice play by Brock. Nice floating shot in the lane, just didn't fall for the Braves.
Taylorville playing safe basketball so far in this one. As I say that, Drake Howard throws one off the side of the backboard and goes right back into the hands of Mount Zion. 5 minutes left in this first quarter. Taking another pound in the lane right there was Baron Odom. He hits his back. No call was made, but Taylorville grabs the possession. It's Drake Howard now, slowing his pace. He's going to almost lose it as he tries to spin into the lane. He looks like he got caught up there with Sam Driscoll. Driscoll be called for the foul.
Yep, first foul of the game. Defense has been tight, but not slapping and not drawing the whistle until just now.
His first personal.
Just a clean game on both ends so far.
In the first
Trying to inbound it to Malik Pierce. Pierce will grab it just before getting out of bounds. It's in our near side. Pierce just beyond the three-point line. Baron Odom cuts into the lane. Pierce picks up his dribble. Now it's Drake Howard. Howard wants a three. That one just off the front iron. Shots are looking good coming out of Drake Howard's hand. He's going to steal it up as Sam Driscoll tries to make a careless pass all the way across and then getting stuffed at the basket's Clark Durbin. Mount Zion takes it right back. Mount Zion with it now. Corner three taken, and that'll go. Falls for Andrew Tay, 6'2" senior. Mount Zion first lead of the night, 7-5. Howard now. Popping it to Brock Brown. He's just beyond the three-point line. He'll have it stolen right up. It's a loose ball. It'll be kicked by Mount Zion. It'll stay with Taylorville.
Well, Taylorville's had 3 or 4 good looks from the perimeter. They are firing away the threes. They're open threes and just haven't gotten any to go. If we start to hit those, we'll be in the game.
Don't hate those shots at all from these players. Malik Pierce steps back, takes a three-pointer. That one just rolls off the rim. 4 minutes left in this first quarter. 7-5 Mount Zion lead. Pushing the floor. That's Lincoln Coaster. He's going to stop, find a man. It's Cuddy. Kicks it back out to the logo, Sam Driscoll. Back out, driving towards his Coaster, and he'll get one off the glass to go. Took on Malik Pierce in the air and won that one. 9-5 Mount Zion lead.
The Coaster's really good with the dribble drive, Tim, and if he doesn't get a shot himself, he makes a nice dish to someone else.
Brock Brown pressing towards the basket. Little jump stop, fade away, and that falls. It was pure for the freshman. 9-7 Mount Zion leads. Now near side corner, that's Lincoln Coaster. Top of the key, Sam Driscoll all the way across now. Jacob Harvey. Pump fake from Coaster. He drives into the lane, stops. Gonna need to kick it out, and he finds Sam Driscoll. Driscoll spins, and then tries to kick it to the post. It's gonna be tipped out of bounds. It'll stay with Mount Zion.
Yeah, Barron got a hand on it. Probably an ill-advised pass by Mount Zion across traffic, but it stays in their possession.
A couple of errant passes out of the hands of Mount Zion tonight. Drake Howard able to snatch one out of the air just moments ago. That one tipped out of bounds. Now inbounding. Looks like that's Tay finding Coaster. Coaster drives towards with the left, stops in the lane, gets the floater up and easy. He's making it look easy. Lincoln Coaster.
Yeah, really nice shot. He's causing us a lot of trouble getting into the lane every possession with his dribble. Either gets a nice shot himself or, like I said, has a nice dish.
3 minutes left. Drake Howard spinning on the baseline. Fadeaway jump shot. That one just won't go. 11-7. Mount Zion leads Taylorville. Now they push the floor. Near side corner pump fake three with Sam Driscoll. He'll take a step back, shoot another, and that one falls. Taylorville takes a timeout as Mount Zion goes up by 7. That lead grew quick. Mount Zion, Lou.
It sure did. Driscoll and Coaster are 2 go-getters, you could tell, for Mount Zion. They're going to be a handful. So we'll have to make some adjustments.
Really are. Sam Driscoll with 5 points on the night, 4 points for Lincoln Coaster, 5 points for Andrew Tay on the other side of things. Brock Brown with 5 points and Malik Pierce notching 2. Does it for the timeout. Taylorville just needed a little breather right there. They've seen what they needed to out of the Mount Zion offense. Maybe they got the answer for them.
Yeah, Tim, it doesn't look like Mount Zion's going to settle for outside perimeter shots. They're getting into the paint often. Sometimes they will kick it out for an open three, but it looks like they're focused on driving to the hoop, whereas Taylorville's kind of the opposite, right? We don't see a lot of anything in the paint. We're getting some open looks, just not knocking them down. If 2 or 3 of those fall, we're in a different position right now.
That's what it is. Mount Zion kind of scoring at will as they drive towards the basket. They got a soft touch at the end, but Taylorville with good looks from beyond the perimeter. 2 minutes 40 to play in this first. Drake Howard with it now. Taylorville coming out of the timeout. He stops Malik Pierce now just at the top of the key. He puts up a three-pointer just off the front iron. Pushing back now is Lincoln Coaster. He hands it off to Sam Driscoll on the run. Back to Coaster, near side. Now back to the top of the key, and Driscoll gets a man in the air. Puts up another 3-ball, just short. Brock Brown comes down with the rebound. The freshman now carries it across the center line. Crisscrossing, he's guarded by Jacob Harvey. And losing it is Brock Brown. Harvey stealing it back and having numbers and pushing the floor. And Harvey is going to be called for a travel as he kind of got tied up with a few of his own players and some tornadoes. What'd you see, Lou?
Yeah, he was looking to break out and beat everyone down the court. He kind of carried it just for a second. The referee saw it.
So Taylorville remains with the possession after it was stolen from Brock Brown. Durbin inbounds there to Drake Howard. Last 2 minutes of play in this first quarter. 14-7, Mount Zion leads it over Taylorville. Malik Pierce on the far side. He'll find Odom. Now it's Drake Howard on the near side. Brock Brown trying to evade some of these Braves as he gets tied up with one of them. And he'll be called for a foul there. Who was it?
Number 25, Will Groan, the junior, checked in and got his hand in there on Brock, and we got the call.
A couple seconds played for Groan there as he's called for that foul on the floor. 3 team fouls for Mount Zion in this quarter, 0 for Taylorville, something to keep our eye on. Drake Howard to inbound underneath the Mount Zion basket right here. Coming around the corner, Brock Brown trying to get open, finds Clark Durbin, stopping in the lane. Baron Odom was found on the block. His try was just no good as it was just a little bit too short, and a foul called quickly after that. Might have been on Drake Howard.
Yes, team first. But I like that we're not in foul trouble yet.
Nope.
You know, against Effingham, that was kind of a difference maker in the game late as we got to 5 fouls, and Effingham was sitting on 0 as the game was getting close. So
Taylorville clean on that end. Mount Zion leads by 7 with 1:30 to play in the first. Sam Driscoll gives it off to Coaster. Coaster moves off with his left, pops it over to the far side corner, then all the way cross-court pass to our near side, and Sam Driscoll back over to Coaster. Mount Zion with some great passing, and then just an easy take to the basket was Coaster right there. Not sure what happened on defense for Taylorville.
We kind of lost Coaster.
Long range 3-ball, Brock Brown, my goodness, keeping Taylorville in this game, makes it 16-10.
Yeah, nice shot by Brock. We needed that. We haven't had anything fall for quite some time from the perimeter, and Brock stepped up and got one for us.
Makes it a 2-possession game. Mount Zion's going to keep their foot on the gas pedal. Sam Driscoll sending a pass to the near side corner. Taylorville's trying to trap in the corner and get rid of it just so quickly. It's Coaster with it. Now near side, that's Groan. Groan got a man in the air. Then Sam Driscoll's going to try to find an open look. And Driscoll hits once again. 8 points for the senior. 19-10, Taylorville trails Mount Zion 30 seconds in this first quarter.
Yeah, he's got a very confident-looking shot, doesn't he,
yes.
Tim? A left-hander that just he's pretty smooth.
Stands at 5'11", definitely not the biggest guy out there, but so confident in his play. Taylorville looking to have the last possession in this quarter with 15 seconds. Drake Howard stands on the Tornado logo. Overhand throws it over to Malik Pierce. Just in front of the Mount Zion bench, now into the corner, and Baron Odom, 5 seconds. Brock Brown, one dribble in the lane, goes up with one. He's fouled. Looks like that was Will Groan once again, as the freshman took on Groan right up in the air, and Brock Brown will head to the line and shoot a couple shots.
Nice to get one down low on the blocks, Tim, and force Mount Zion to foul you before you got an easy 2-point bucket there. So Brock Brown to the line for 2.
The Senior Citizens of Christian County, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Free Throws. Keep active in your senior years. Enjoy trips, lunches, activities, and fellowship with the Senior Citizens of Christian County. First was missed by Brock Brown. 4 seconds left in this first quarter. 19-10, Mount Zion leads. Owen Yonker checks in for Clark Durbin. Here comes the second from Brown. That one's missed. Rebounded back from Mount Zion. They're going to have to get a shot up. It's Will Groan sending up a half-court shot. Grazes the twine, but it was no good. And that does it for the first 8 minutes of play. Mount Zion with a lead, but Taylorville with a couple of things to say about it. They're going to need some of these threes to start falling for them. It's 19-10. We're going to take ourselves a little break. It's Tim Zalback alongside Lou Johnson. Your Taylorville Tornadoes taking on the Mount Zion Braves on WTIM, your information station. a.m. Your information station. Taylorville trails the Mount Zion Braves 19-10. Taylorville boys varsity basketball. Tim Zala back alongside Lou Johnson in this one. Mount Zion will start off with the possession. As Taylorville with some great looks on offense, but Mount Zion proving to be so dominant on offense as they find a wide open man in the lane. It's Andrew Tay to get the scoring started in the second. It's 21-10. Mount Zion can run away with this if Taylorville doesn't start to stop the bleeding here soon.
Yeah, their offense is causing a lot of problems. Dribble drive, dish for layups, or even shooting the threes. Their shooting percentage is very good right now.
Malik Pierce tried to go up with one. He was stripped of it. Now driving towards the basket is Jacob Harvey. His try won't go. Hitting the deck was Baron Odom. Second try for Harvey. I think it was Harvey right there. That one will go. It's 23-10. Taylorville trails Mount Zion. It's Malik Pierce now. Right in front of us. Relocates back to the top of the key. Gives it off to Shea Champley. And Champley will try to get it off to Owen Yonker, but it was tipped out of bounds by a Brave, so it sticks with the Tornadoes. Malik Pierce grabs the inbound, gets some running room at the top of the key. Steps back, takes a three-point shot. That one just bounces out. Rebounded back by Baron Odom. Goes back towards the hoop, and that try will just roll off the iron. Odom somehow grabs it back amongst a lot of Braves underneath the basket. The jump ball will be called when it's all said and done. But Taylorville will stick right with it.
Yeah, Barron and Brock were both very active down there. Got a good look, and Brock tied it up on the rebound.
Barron went up so fast right there. He probably could have slammed that one in. Just a little bit of hesitancy as these guys are going towards the basket. Inbound pass to Brock Brown. Now finding Owen Yonker. Yonker wants a three. His falls. Owen Yonker comes off the bench, grabs 3 points. It's 23-13. 10-point lead for Mount Zion. Now driving right towards the basket is Coaster, and he gets that one up and in. I mean, Lua scoring at will is Mount Zion team. Taylorville is going to have to switch something up on defense there.
Yeah, they're just they're so quick out front with their guard play. Little crossover dribble, and they're free every time down the court.
Malik Pierce tries to break through some Braves towards the hoop. Owen Yonker was found in motion towards the hoop, but he will be blocked right at the rim. 6:20 to play in this second quarter as Mount Zion's tied up underneath the basket. They're going to try to kick it out. They will find Andrew Tay. Tay's three from the corner won't go. Rebounded back. Great rebound there. And that one, did that fall, Lou? I looked down for 1 second.
It did. It was Evan Hamrick, the senior, the fourth senior, checked in and scored for Mount Zion. It's like timeout Taylorville.
Timeout Taylorville, and we will take one with them.
Well, maybe not.
Maybe
They're
not.
saying that they thought there was a timeout. They're going to call us back out on the court.
It seemed like a quick thing. The play just ended, and both teams just retreated to their to their respective sidelines. 27-13. Mount Zion leads over Taylorville right now. 6 minutes to play in the second quarter. It's Malik Pierce carrying it across the center line. Pierce, nice dribble moves. Trying to make something out of nothing there. Kicks it out to Baron Odom. Now it's Owen Yonker. Over to Durbin. Now swinging it all the way across to Brock Brown. Brown with 2 threes in this game. Odom. Now it's Durbin, top of the key. Mount Zion kind of forcing Taylorville just beyond the perimeter, forcing him to shoot those 3-point shots. Nice overhead pass to Owen Yonker, and now Brock Brown wants another three. That one just bounces out. Mount Zion back in transition. It's Lincoln Coaster finding a lead man there in Will Grown. 3-ball taken. It must have been tipped because it came up way short. Lead man pass now for Owen Yonker. It's 2-on-2 up at the other end. Owen Yonker is fouled by Sam Driscoll.
Nice play by Owen to just take it to the hoop there in transition. So he goes to the line to shoot 2, and we need a couple of points here.
Absolutely true there. 27-13. Taylorville needs a spark in the offense right now. It's Owen Yonker at the free throw line. And of course, those free throws brought to you by the senior citizens of Christian County. There was one timeout, and that's Taylorville Community Credit Union, the exclusive sponsor of the Taylorville Tornado Timeouts. Conveniently located in Taylorville, Pana, Hillsborough, Litchfield, or online at tccu.org. Member NCUA. Yonkers was up and good.
Cade Beckmeyer checked in for Barron. And Drake Howard back in the game as well for Malik.
Thank you, Lou. 2 for 2 from the charity stripe is Owen Yonker. 27-15. Mount Zion leads. Drake Howard taking on there. Lincoln Coaster, then sends off a pass on the inner side. Sam Driscoll, one hand grabs a pass out of the air at the top of the key. Now he picks up his dribble. Beyond the 3-point line is Coaster. Coaster now trying to get away from Drake Howard. Wasn't successful. It's Sam Driscoll now. Driscoll now tries his bid towards the basket. He'll be hit pretty hard, and he'll head to the line to shoot a couple shots.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they got Owen or Cade on the play. It looks like it's going to be on Owen Yonker.
The 5 in for Taylorville right now. Clark Durbin, Owen Yonker, Cade Beckmeyer, Drake Howard, and Brock Brown. Sam Driscoll at the free throw line now for the Braves. His first is up, and it's good. 28-15. Lou, you mentioned the first quarter flew by. It did. It was about a 13-minute first quarter, and it was just a very clean 8 minutes.
It was. Not a lot of fouls, not a lot of turnovers.
Seeing the same pace in this second quarter as Drake Howard gets it across the center line. Gets a block from Brock Brown, then stops at the baseline. Quick 3 Brock Brown wanted to take, but then had other thoughts, wanted to set up a pass and just landed on the ground with the ball still in his hands, called for a travel. And Mount Zion regains possession.
Yeah, we really need to buckle down here on defense, get some stops before it gets too out of hand here in the first half. Putting some full court pressure on the Braves now at this point.
I do like to see that pressure. 14-point lead for the Braves. They send it to the block there. It's Cuddy, and then he pops it back out for Coaster. Connor Cuddy with a 3 ball. That bounces off the back iron. Rebounded back by Mount Zion. It's Jacob Harvey. Back into the hands of Harvey. He's going to send a one-handed pass. It's stolen up. Owen Yonker and Clark Durbin got some numbers. Yonker's going to go towards the hoop. His try is just too short. Cade Beckmeyer's try is too strong. And Mount Zion grabs it back.
Yeah, tough shot. Cade was pretty far into the basket and tried to arch back underneath and just couldn't get it.
Huge long pass saved somehow by Sam Driscoll. Then it's going to be saved again. Drake Howard is going to steal at that time, and he'll get it off the glass to go as Mount Zion was a circus act right there from them, but Drake Howard says no more of that. I'm going to steal up one of these passes. 29-17, Mount Zion leads it over Taylorville. 4 minutes to play in the second quarter. Mount Zion tries to get it across the center line. They will, and Lincoln Coaster sends one to the block. Fading away is Connor Cuddy. He'll send it over to Sam Driscoll. Driscoll picks up his dribble, cross-court pass, and Mount Zion sending a lot of these far passes that are just not intercepted. Another one there into the corner. Harvey back to Driscoll right in front of us. Driscoll takes one step inside the three-point line, bounces it into the paint, finds a man. Brock Brown was in the air, swatted down hard on Connor Cuddy. Cuddy will go to the line.
Yeah, really good ball movement by Mount Zion. They just, seem to always be under control, not in a hurry, patient. Got it to the lane and then found a cutter along the baseline. So it's more that we're trying to catch up with where the ball's going, it seems like. And credit to Mount Zion. They've got a lot of skill on offense.
No question as to why this Braves team is 6-0 on the year, but Taylorville does have some momentum coming out of their last week's win over Canton, 60-48. Love to see Taylorville notch in the first win of the season early in the year, as it took them about 10 games last year to pick up a win. They did so over Rochester last year. First was that first one made or pop out?
It popped out.
Popped out, 29-17. Mount Zion leads it. The second is no good. Trying to get the offensive rebound there was Andrew Tay, but Drake Howard combining with another tornado. They'll grab it. Howard to Malik Pierce right in front of the Mount Zion bench. Just hands it right back to Howard. Dribbles himself into a corner now. Relocates back to the free throw line. Little fadeaway jump shot. That goes for Howard. 29-19.
Nice play by Drake to get in the lane and float up a nice little jumper.
Lincoln Coaster now trapped by Malik Pierce and Clark Durbin. And then a timeout called by Lincoln Coaster as he got a little bit overwhelmed there by the Taylorville defense. They might be onto something there with the trap as they get a little bit further away from the three-point line. I'd like to see that defense out of Taylorville.
First time we've really trapped him just past half court, and the Mount Zion player knew he was in trouble, and smart heads-up play to call timeout on his own.
I say I like the trap, but I don't know how many opportunities Taylorville has really had to have that trap tonight, Lou. They move the ball so well. No player has it in their hands for more than 3 seconds, and the passes they send across the floor, they're confident, and they're on target, and Taylorville's just having a hard time intercepting those and just finding out this offense, this very dynamic offense there on Mount Zion.
And Mount Zion's a good team. It's going to take a lot, and we're going to have to hit our. We just haven't shot the ball well, Tim. I mean, we're in the game. If some of those threes fall, we've had a lot of open looks, and it almost looks like Mount Zion's content with letting us fire away out there. They kind of packed it in a little bit. You could tell they could pressure more than they do out front, but they're letting us shoot. We just hadn't had them go down yet.
Absolutely no easy looks under the basket for Taylorville, as you said there, Lou. So to Taylorville, if they would have made a few more of those shots, 3 or 4 more of those shots that they've taken, this game is totally different right now. 29-19. Mount Zion leads it. 3 minutes left in the second quarter. Coming out of the timeout, Mount Zion had to take. Right in front of us now is Jacob Harvey. Nice pass down to the block there. finding a man, but getting swallowed up by Drake Howard. Drake Howard will be called for it. It was Evan Hamrick.
Yeah, Evan kind of got away from us down there, found a zone where no man's land. Nobody saw him down there and got a backdoor pass, so we had to foul him.
It's like these Braves, they got eyes on the back of their head. They're finding the pass every single time. Inbound pass there to Hamrick. Now into the corner, it's Lincoln Coaster. Coaster drives to the left, quick stop. His fadeaway jump shot won't go, and then it's going to roll out of bounds, and Taylorville will grab the possession back.
Yeah, it went off Evan Hamrick's leg out of bounds, so good for the Tornadoes. We can cut into this 10-point lead here before halftime, hopefully.
Brock Brown checks in for Cade Beckmeyer. Beckmeyer, a senior, standing at 6 foot. Drake Howard now across the Tornado logo, moving right to left. Howard loses it, but Brock Brown's there to pick it up. Brown just beyond the three-point line. To Malik Pierce, and he'll drive towards the paint. Foul was called on the floor as Malik Pierce went up with one. A reach-in foul of some kind there on the Braves.
It's going to be called on the floor before the act of shooting. It's the second or third team foul for Mount Zion. Second team foul.
2 team fouls for Mount Zion, 3 in this quarter for Taylorville. Durbin was trying to cut towards the basket. Just got a little bit too much happy feet right there. Called for the travel on the block. Mount Zion takes it back. That's Lincoln Coaster in the backcourt. Drake Howard, Malik Pierce, and Durbin trying to trap him back, but Coaster able to push Taylorville's defense just back into their own zone. Cross-court pass now. Sam Driscoll has an open look. That one rattles out. And a hard rebound by Brock Brown, and Brown will take the foul. It was called on Andrew Tay. There's nice, good physicality there from the freshman to pull that in and take some contact.
It'd be nice to get to 5 fouls and shoot some free throws down the stretch.
A team like Mount Zion, they're a very organized team and they're very mature. I even saw Lincoln Coaster wave off a pass just a bit ago. That said, that's a little bit too risky. Let's not get ahead of ourselves here. Drake Howard jump stopping in the high post, and he has it stripped. It's Andrew Tay now pushing the floor just on the near side. Just in front of us is Lincoln Coaster. Then a little lob pass to the block. And that's blocked by Baron Odom. Second try there for Jacob Harvey. Gets it up and in.
Yeah, nice initial block by Baron and kind of a unfortunate bounce. The guy got it right back and put it in.
31-19. Taylorville trails Mount Zion. Long-range 3, Brock Brown. That one won't fall. Mount Zion grabs it back. Far side is Sam Driscoll. Cross-court pass near us is Jacob Harvey. His is just too strong. Goes in the hands of Brock Brown. Then a cross-court, and then a full-court pass there would have been to Clark Durbin, but it was stolen back up by Mount Zion. They have it back. It's Lincoln Coaster. Gives it up to Sam Driscoll just in front of us now. And even further into the near side corner. Getting a man to miss. Putting up the 3 was Coaster. His wouldn't fall. Brock Brown tipped out the rebound. It was stolen back up by Jacob Harvey, and Harvey's try is up and good. Final 60 seconds in this half. Howard kicks it over to Malik Pierce, near side. Pierce just beyond the 3-point line. Looks for a cutting man. Didn't have it. It was Durbin. Now it's Howard. Howard dribbling, stopping, giving it to Malik Pierce. Now Pierce with 40 seconds. No shot clock in this game. 3-pointer taken by Pierce, and that one will roll in for the junior. 33-22. Taylorville trails Mount Zion.
Nice 3. It'd be nice to get a stop here.
Stop would be important. Far corner 3 taken by Harvey, but that pops out. Mount Zion grabs the rebound. Lincoln Coaster's long-range 3 rattles in.
Such a nice job on Mount Zion to keep moving the ball around the perimeter, find the open man every time. They're getting good looks.
They haven't taken a lot of 3-point shots in the first half, but the ones they have made. Malik Pierce wants another 3-pointer. That one falls. 23 doing all he can to keep the Tornadoes in this ball game. They're going to need a lot more effort. Taylorville's been playing just about as good as they can. Maybe some more shots falling for them, but their defense is doing what they can against a very good Braves offense as we run out of time here in the second quarter. 36-25, Mount Zion leads it over Taylorville. 10 minutes up on the clock for this halftime. Lou, what does Taylorville need to do to just reposition themselves for a win in this game, or just trying to stop Mount Zion in their tracks a little bit here?
Right, defensively, and that's what we've always kind of hung our hat on. And we're playing hard, strong defense, but Mount Zion, they're just really skilled. They're breaking down our defense with a dribble drive, dish to the block, getting lay-ins, or they kick it out for open 3s. So That's a tough, we've got to hope they don't shoot as well in the second half. I mean, Mount Zion shot the ball really well, whereas Taylorville, the opposite, had a lot of good looks open in the first quarter, and they just weren't falling for us. A couple more of those fall, and we're in the game, and we're still, within 11. It's doable with that three-point line in our game, so we'll see what the second half brings.
Well-coached and well-prepared team, this Mount Zion Braves. 36-25 over Taylorville as we are in halftime right now. We'll take ourselves a break. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson. Before we do, stay tuned to the end of tonight's broadcast. We announce the WTIM Tornado Player of the Game, sponsored exclusively by Nicole Patrick, your country financial agent in Taylorville. You've been listening to WTIN, your information station, and your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball.
Your award-winning Taylorville dance team.
Taylorville Tornado boys basketball right here on WTIM, your information station. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson, our little halftime report. Mount Zion Braves lead it over the Taylorville Tornadoes 36-25. The Mount Zion Braves come in 6-0 in this ball game, and Taylorville coming off their one and only win on the year. They're 1-3. They beat Canton on Saturday. As we look into the 2022-2023 schedule last year, it was 23-24 last year. Taylorville took some bad losses to Mount Zion. 68-24 last year and 79-34. Taylorville is sticking with Mount Zion much better than they have in years past. We got some point totals in this first half of play. Lou, anything sticking out to you up on that scoreboard?
Well, I think what we did offensively is kind of what I'd expected. You would have liked to see a couple more threes fall down, but to have 25 at half against a team that's only given up 42 points the last three games, in each of those last three games, it's not a bad number. It's just the offensive side for Mount Zion has just been overwhelming for us. They're knocking down a lot of shots, getting open looks, and moving the ball so well.
You don't want to call it unstoppable, but it's pretty dang near for this Mount Zion team. They know their positions very well. So again, 36-25 as we got 5 minutes left in this halftime report right here. As Lincoln Coaster with 11 points on the night, Sam Driscoll with 10, 6 points for Jacob Harvey, 7 points for Andrew Tay. On Taylorville's side of things, Brock Brown with 8 points, Malik Pierce with 8 points. 2 big three-point shots for Malik Pierce. This game looks a lot different without those three-point shots made by Malik Pierce late in the second quarter, Lou.
Yeah, it does. And we didn't shoot well up until that point from the three-point line. We had only made 1 or 2 out of maybe 12 or 13. I don't have the stats in front of me, but to knock those down late was good, and Malik wasn't afraid to keep firing them up. So we're going to have to knock down some threes in the second half to get back in the game.
Going to need to stay aggressive on that end. Taylorville going to need to take the shots that they can. Brock Brown got this game started with a three-point shot, and we thought right then Taylorville shooting was going to be stupendous tonight. There's still time for it to pick up, but just an unbelievable start there for the freshman to get the scoring started. But we'll take ourselves one last break here. We'll come back with third quarter action here on WTIM, your information station, and your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball.
Takes a lot.
Yeah, I don't see him. 10 seconds, time on TV. 5, 4. Third quarter action for your Taylorville Tornadoes as they take on the Mount Zion Braves in this Dolph Stanley matchup, an Apollo Conference matchup. Tim Zala back alongside Luke Johnson here on WTIM, your information station. Mount Zion leads over Taylorville 36-25. It was a very eventful first half of play, and we learned that the Mount Zion offense is nothing to play with here. They come in 6-0 in this ball game, and they are featuring just scoring in every possible way they can, and they're making the Taylorville offense trips just nightmares, Lou. They're having a tough time getting towards the basket, and when they do, they're not getting open, clean looks. Then Mount Zion is, once again, they're pretty good at stripping the ball away from you and coming away with a clean block of Taylorville. Kind of the same offensive strategy. Hopefully, a few more threes fall for them these last 16 minutes of play.
Right. You know, we're just going to have to continue to take care of the basketball, and we did the first quarter. Second quarter, we had a few more turnovers, but really we can't try to do too much more than what we're capable of doing. Just move the ball around, get those open looks like we did in that first quarter, and if they fall, they fall. That's the best you can do. And on defense, you know, we're going to have to come up with a little bit better of an answer on the dribble drive and kickouts to try and slow down their offense.
All this talk on the three-pointers reminds me that your locally owned Scooters Coffee in Taylorville is the exclusive sponsor of the WTM Tornado Give Back promotion. They donate $3 for each three-point shot made by the boys and girls basketball teams in all the games they play. I'm thinking to myself right now, at least three three-pointers for the Tornadoes. I'm thinking 3 or 4. We don't have the stats in front of us, as Lou said. We got to get quarter-by-quarter stats. That'd be a lot to ask for, this Taylorville staff. We appreciate all the hard-working folks for Taylorville and, of course, Tommy TV, the Jazz Band, Purple Rain, everybody with efforts tonight. And,
great turnout by the student section down there, Tim.
turnout.
They've got their Christmas sweaters on, a lot of Santa Claus hats, and yeah, they showed up nice for the team.
Yeah, it's a Friday night. Where else would you be on a Friday night as a Taylorville student? We are underway. 8 minutes up on the clock, and Mount Zion will get started with the possession. Sam Driscoll bounce pass underneath the hoop there. It's blocked by Baron Odom. Mount Zion sticks with it, though. Pops it out to Sam Driscoll. Sam Driscoll's three is short. He gets his own rebound as Drake Howard tried to grab it from him. And then a double dribble is called. Looks like Sam Driscoll's, he's got his hands in the air. Might have been called on him. No scoring happening there to start this third quarter.
Nice to get a stop. You know, a little bit of a scramble there a couple of times, but to start the second half scoring first would be ideal.
It's how Taylorville started the game. Drake Howard has it. He moves along the perimeter and stops and hands it to Brock Brown as they push to the far side corner. Gives it up to Clark Durbin. Durbin puts up a three. A high arching three just bounces out. Mount Zion takes it back. It's Sam Driscoll crisscrossing. Gives it over by his bench. Jump stop on the block. Another block by Baron Odom. My goodness. Hitting the ground there was Jacob Harvey, and Taylorville has it back. A minute gone in this third quarter. It's Drake Howard. Taylorville moving left to right. Howard driving baseline, getting one high off the glass. It was just blocked a little bit. A lot of shaking in the backboard right there. Wouldn't go. A pass is tipped away, and Taylorville takes it right back as Mount Zion was in transition. Back and forth game so far in this third quarter. Drake Howard slowing it.
Yeah, Barron tipped that away 3 times down the court in a row. He's got 2 blocks and a tip for a steal.
My goodness, Drake Howard now towards the basket and a nice take as 3 Braves go up with him. Not enough to stop Drake Howard. 27-36. Mount Zion leads it over Taylorville.
Yeah, it looked like a clear out set play for Drake just to take it to the hole, and he did.
Harvey dishes it to the block. Fadeaway jump shot won't go for Mount Zion. Then another rebound, and that one will go for Connor Cuddy, 6'4" center.
Yeah, tough break there. They'd missed the initial shot. Would have been nice to get the ball, trying to cut it to single digits.
Mount Zion not losing by 10, or not winning by 10. There's Drake Howard. What was I saying there? He puts up a 3, and it goes for him. Taylorville cuts the deficit to 8, 38-30. Mount Zion leads it.
Yeah, nice little burst of offense here to start the third.
As Lincoln Coaster gets someone to stop in the lane right there. He misses his try. It's almost tipped away. Drake Howard fights for it with Sam Driscoll. Mount Zion keeps it. Gets an inside pass there to Connor Cuddy. Cuddy's misses. And then Andrew Tay picks it up and puts it back in.
Yeah, after the scramble out front, it was almost a 3-on-1 down low for the Braves. The first guy missed, but had 2 guys on the block to rebound.
Yeah. Mount Zion 40, Taylorville 30, as Malik Pierce trying to get a man to miss just beyond the 3-point line. It's going to be bounced off a Mount Zion leg. It'll stick with Taylorville. The Tommy TV video man getting some props right there.
Yeah, I think so.
I love it. Everybody involved. Baron Odom now inbounds Malik Pierce. Pierce now quickly moves off to the far side. Got that dribble off just a little bit too wild. And Mount Zion steals it. It's Coaster. He'll take a little floater, stops his
nice shot.
Stops the acceleration right there, Lou. That was awesome.
Yeah, really smooth play by Coaster. He's a force.
Yeah. Drake Howard now out of the hands of Brock Brown. Little fadeaway jump shot from Howard. Tries to hit him right back with a response, but it tips out and out of bounds on Mount Zion. So Taylorville sticks with it. Howard to inbound, 42-30, Mount Zion lead. Howard looking for an open man. He'll find Baron Odom going towards the basket. Baron's shot just too strong. Sam Driscoll and the Braves bring it back. Now it's Coaster stopping in the lane. Now relocates back to the top of the key. Underneath the basket is Jacob Harvey. He'll lose it briefly and then just pick right back up by Andrew Tay. When one Brave loses it, another one's there to pick up the pieces. Makes it 44-30. Timeout called by Taylorville head coach Ryan Brown. They'll get themselves a breather. 44-30. Mount Zion leads with 4:45 here in this third quarter. Got to slow down the pace a little bit. Lou, it's like these quarters are just getting eaten up by the fast pace. Ball doesn't go out of bounds often. Both teams just playing high-level basketball right now. You got to call those timeouts. It's pretty important.
Right. You know, we cut the lead to 8 after Drake's 3-pointer, 38-30, and then really quickly Mount Zion gets a couple, I don't know, call them garbage baskets or whatever you want to call it, but they're just so consistent with their pressure on offense, and all of a sudden they've scored 6 straight and stretched it back out to 14. So no time to hang our heads. You know, we just got to keep battling on defense and knock down some shots.
Hey, call them garbage baskets. I wish there was a better term for it, but you're right. You're just right about it. It's when they want those types of baskets, they've been successful in them tonight. They're pretty gritty when they get near the basket, and it's what they've been able to pick up on. As Taylorville has showing pretty strong defense in this third quarter, early in it. Baron Odom is in the near side corner. He has no space. He gives it off to Malik Pierce. Now Pierce is at the top of the key. Pierce with his left hand. Spinning off a man in the lane. Little floater. That one just off the front iron. He gets his own rebound. Tries to throw it out to Brock Brown. Brown gets it as the Mount Zion Braves were in transition. Brown had an easy lay up into the basket. Makes it 44-32.
Yeah, that was a strange play, but good awareness by Brock to pick up the loose ball.
Mount Zion moves it quickly. Driscoll inside there now. It's Harvey. He goes quickly towards the basket, dishes it. Connor Cuddy. And that pass was just so quick, I didn't even see it with all the passing players right there.
Yeah, the downside of the half-court press is when they break it, they've got odd numbers going to the hoop, and they took advantage that time.
Pierce now falls as he goes towards the basket. No call was made as he kind of just stopped. Drake Howard steals it back, though. They have numbers. Sam Driscoll, the only guy back, up and one. Drake Howard. 46-34. Howard goes to the line for one shot.
Yeah, nice play by the Tornadoes, not giving up on the play after seemingly Mount Zion had possession. Malik got in there and Drake, and nice pass by Malik to Drake, and Drake went up, kept control of his body and the ball, and made a nice play while getting bumped. So
another moment in this game where Taylorville creeping back, chipping into that Mount Zion lead. And in the blink of an eye, the Braves take it right back, so Taylorville going to need to stack these wins on top of each other. Drake Howard makes it a three-point play. Mount Zion with it now in the backcourt. They're trying to break the Taylorville press. It's Durbin, Pierce, and Howard. And Mount Zion's going to break that pretty easily. Little floater in the lane right there was a little short. Three Braves combined for a rebound there. Kate Beckmeyer underneath the basket with them. Now another dish just goes a little bit too far, and the Braves with an uncharacteristic turnover there on offense. Gives it right back to Taylorville.
Yeah, Coaster broke down the defense again and made a nice quick pass to the block, but his teammate didn't see it coming.
3 minutes, 20 seconds to play. Drake Howard gets an open look towards the basket, somehow getting one off the glass to go. The gap was really closed up as Howard thought he was going to have a much more open look than that. 46-37, Taylorville cuts the lead.
Yeah, Drake really aggressively taking the ball to the hole and making some nice shots for Taylorville right now.
Now it's Coaster with it. Coaster driving with the right hand, a fadeaway jump shot on the baseline, high off the glass and in. I mean, you can't defend that much better, Lou.
That looked like an NBA shot there. He was falling and fading away towards the baseline and got it to go.
Drake Howard with 14 on the night. There comes a three for him. Hello, Drake Howard finds the bottom of the twine. 48-40. Taylorville doing all they can to remain in this ball game.
Yeah, Drake's kind of putting us on his shoulders on the offensive end. We just need to get some stops.
Sam Driscoll now cuts towards the basket. His try won't go. Tries to grab his own rebound. Goes out of bounds. And Drake Howard covered him very heavily right there. It'll go back to Taylorville right there. And a timeout called for the Mount Zion Braves. 48-40. Taylorville hanging right in there, Lou. I'm loving it.
Absolutely. And really, we've applied some pretty good pressure the last few times down the court on defense to where Mount Zion's not getting those clear open looks and making that extra pass. Mount Zion maybe forcing it a little bit, whereas they didn't the first half.
Absolutely. Timeout was called there by Mount Zion. 17 points for Drake Howard. Brock Brown with 10 points. Malik Pierce with 8. Sharing the ball on the other side of things, the Braves. Lincoln Coaster with 15 points on the night. Andrew Tay with 11. Sam Driscoll with 10 points. A lot of that offense being run through Sam Driscoll. Guys like that, I mean, they've played all 6 games of the year started games. They're not gonna waver. They're not gonna get tired as this game progresses. 2 minutes and 27 seconds to play in this third quarter as Taylorville only trails by 8.
Yeah, nobody's really in foul trouble either yet,
No.
Tim. I know either side. There's only a couple of players with 2 fouls, so that doesn't seem to be a concern on either side right now.
Last time we were out here, Lou, was against Effingham. That game full of fouls. Definitely on the other side of the spectrum there.
Yeah, only one team foul at this point against Mount Zion with 2 minutes and 27 seconds to go in the third.
Coming out of the Mount Zion timeout, it'll be Drake Howard in the backcourt. Taylorville looking to cut deeper into this Mount Zion lead. Howard gives it to Malik Pierce just in the near side. Taylorville moves left to right on your radio dial. Howard at the Tornado logo. collects a pass from Malik Pierce, picks up his dribble. Now it's Brock Brown. Just beyond the three-point line. Taylorville more successful from three-point land in this quarter. It'll be Clark Durbin. Pretty long-range three there, just off the mark. Cade Beckmeyer goes in strong for it. It goes out of bounds. It'll be in the hands of Mount Zion.
Really great effort by Cade on that play. He didn't give up on the rebound, and it almost looked like it may have gone off the Mount Zion player.
Yeah.
Mount Zion got the call. Cade and Clark Durbin will both check out for the Tornadoes at this point.
Like you said, Lou, great effort by Beckmeyer there, and with our strange angle, it definitely did look like it might have hit a Mount Zion player. But 48-40, Taylorville trails Mount Zion with 2 minutes to play in the third. Sam Driscoll stops in the paint, kicks it back out as he had nowhere to go, gives it to Andrew Tay. Now it's in the hands of Will Groen. Back to Lincoln Coaster. He's been a menace all game. Coaster trying to fight towards the basket. Howard looks like he'll be called for a foul on the floor.
I think they call it on Malik.
Good eyes there. Thank you, Lou. Pierce.
Kind of got his hands on the ball handler out front, and really the first kind of hand check call that they've called on us today.
Now, officials really letting the boys play tonight at Dolph Stanley Court. It's Will Groen kicking off to Lincoln Coaster. Drake Howard doing all he can to fill his role there in the zone. It's Sam Driscoll now top of the key. Now Andrew Tay spinning in the lane, getting one up and in. Pretty easy take there for Tay. 10-point lead for Mount Zion.
Yeah, really nice move going into traffic, kind of a spin in the lane, and nice soft touch.
Howard handed it to Brock Brown. Now it's Malik Pierce just in front of us. Pierce stops just beyond the three-point line. That three was off the mark. Mount Zion with possession. Coaster driving towards, and he'll get a man in the air. Malik Pierce able to get a hand on it, and Taylorville steals it right back.
Yeah, Mount Zion uncharacteristically a little out of control on that trip down.
That's the way to put it there. It is out of control. Malik Pierce to Baron Odom now, and it's Owen Yonker. Drake Howard in front of us. He made a three from that same exact point just moments ago. Now it's Malik Pierce. Snatches that pass with one hand just beyond the three-point line. Now it's Baron Odom still beyond the perimeter. Howard slows the pace with 30 seconds left in this third quarter. That's why Taylorville's playing a little careful with this. No shot clocks in this game.
Looks like we're going to hold for the last shot.
It does look like
down
it.
10, but not wanting to miss and give Mount Zion the last shot, apparently. 12 seconds.
Drake Howard with the ball. He moves off to his right. Howard wants an open look. He'll find Malik Pierce with 5 seconds. Pierce will have it stolen up. Had his pocket pick. Now it's Sam Driscoll with 3 seconds. Driscoll getting a shot up. It won't go. Second chance will go. Happen to be right at the buzzer for Mount Zion, so they will come away with the momentum as Taylorville was trying to have that last possession of the third quarter. It's 52-40. Taylorville trails by 12, but just so many good things to take away from that third quarter. And specifically, we will be asking head coach Brown about that at the end of this game. 8 minutes left to play. It's 52 between your Taylorville Tornadoes and the Mount Zion Braves. The Braves lead it. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station in your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball. Coming back into WTIM, your information station. Final 8 minutes to play between your Taylorville Tornadoes and the Mount Zion Braves. The Braves lead it 52-40 after a good possession there for the Mount Zion Braves to end the third quarter. It's Drake Howard. He wants a long-range three. Let's go. Drake Howard gets the scoring started in the third quarter and cuts the lead to 9 for the Braves.
Wow, good start. Nothing but net from Drake from very deep.
Pure shot in one of the exact same spots he hit one just a little bit ago. Now it's Mount Zion with it. On the far side is Lincoln Coaster. He takes a three, and that one falls just a A low arching three-point shot there, Lou.
Yeah, quite an answer from Mount Zion to get that three ball right back.
Brock Brown pump faked a three and then drives towards the paint. He'll be fouled by Sam Driscoll before he could get the shot up. But like you said there, Lou, and if we look back just to the final seconds of the third quarter, Taylorville trying to dribble out and have that last possession. It's stolen, and that turns into a 2-3 point possession there for Taylorville. Makes it only a 7-point lead for Mount Zion, but the Braves take it back and they make it a 12-point lead. I mean, that takes the wind out of your sails right there.
Yeah, it was a tough break, but nice to come out and hit the three ball to start for Drake. Unfortunately, Mount Zion answered, and we're back to where we were. 12-point game, and Brock missed the first free throw of 2.
Howard, the senior, doing all he can with 20 points in this game, and Lincoln Coaster just matching him with 20 points. Both of those guys stars out on the court tonight. 1 for 2 from the free throw line was Brock Brown. The scoring in this game lining up very well with all of Mount Zion's games this year. 55-44, Mount Zion lead. Lincoln Coaster driving towards the basket, giving off one last pass, and it was a beautiful one to Andrew Tay, and he gets it off the window to go.
What a great pass by Coaster.
Howard jump stopping in the lane. He's going to be tied up as he goes towards the basket. Jump ball, Mount Zion possession.
Yeah, nice play by Mount Zion's defense. They had 2 players down there where they needed to be, and Drake was trying to score again, keep that momentum, but ran into a brick wall.
Coaster with it now. Bounce pass in the backcourt. Malik Pierce and Drake Howard making it tough. They'll get it across the center line. Top of the key, pretty much on the Tornado logo, is Lincoln Coaster. To Driscoll in front of the Mount Zion bench. Coaster clapped for it back. He saw the offense working. 6:30 to play in the ball game. Near side corner pump fake from Coaster. He drives in on Malik Pierce. Still with the ball. Foul will be called on the floor on either Baron Odom or Malik Pierce, but Lincoln Coaster, he's either gonna score under or he's gonna make you hack and get called for a foul.
Yeah, I'm kind of surprised at how aggressive they are going to the hole sometimes at this point, up 13 and into traffic. But he's been a ton all night long.
Yeah.
So.
And a pass into the paint there, received by Jacob Harvey. And an offensive foul called on Harvey there as the referee motions as he kind of swam off a Taylorville defender there. He can't push, can't swim move like that.
Yeah, I didn't see the play. The official was in front of us, but good break for the Tornadoes to try and get back in the game here with 6 minutes and 23 seconds left.
Don't they know we're trying to watch a game here, Lou?
Right.
Drake Howard trying to get free of Lincoln Coaster just in the backcourt. Coaster with a press and then lets off. Howard hands it to Brock Brown. Brown thought about a three and then started his dribble. Brown kicks it back to Drake Howard. Howard far beyond the three-point line. Now it's Malik Pierce in front of us. Pierce dribbling with the right in the lane, fading away, won't go off the glass. Second try chance there by Clark Durbin. Got way up there, did Durbin.
He did. Nice tip attempt. Just couldn't get it to fall.
Just rattled out for the Tornadoes. 5:50 to play in this fourth quarter. It's Mount Zion with a 57-44 lead for Mount Zion. Will Groen kicks it to our near side, and Lincoln Coaster, then a pass into the paint there, and Andrew Tay back out to Coaster. Coaster drives towards. He's guarded by Baron Odom. It almost goes out of bounds, and it will go out of bounds. Howard trying his best to pull that one back in, but it'll go off on the Tornadoes. Mount Zion will take it.
It's getting a little more scrappy here late, Tim.
Yeah.
A lot more loose balls.
Mount Zion to inbound, trying to find somebody. They'll find Lincoln Coaster in the near side. Coaster drives towards the basket. His try won't go. Brock Brown with all his might can't quite grab the rebound, and it's just trails out of bounds and still out on the Tornadoes.
Yeah, Mount Zion's battling for every possession down low.
Not a team that's going to take the starters off the floor and get secondary guys in. They want to win, and they want to win with confidence. Right in front of us is Andrew Tay. Near side corner is Sam Driscoll back to the top of the key, and Coaster pushing off a man. Mid-range jump shot off the front iron. Didn't go. Clark Durbin fighting for it. Mount Zion stays with the possession. Sam Driscoll, top of the key. Lincoln Coaster. Now Coaster driving towards the left hand, fighting off Baron Odom, and getting it off the glass to go. Just really great touch there from Lincoln Coaster.
Yeah, he's able to really penetrate to get a lot of 6-8 foot jumpers.
Yeah.
And even if it's in traffic, he's got a good chance of getting it off the glass and in.
Malik Pierce to Brock Brown. Brock Brown's long-range three hits the window first and won't go. 59-44, Brave lead over Tornadoes. Lincoln Coaster called for it. He'll push hard off Drake Howard, and Howard goes flying. Taylorville will take that offensive foul and regain the possession.
Yeah, the Mount Zion faithful behind us definitely disagrees with the call, and they came with the crowd. They're cheering their team on, and Coaster did what he's been doing all night, taking it hard to the hole, and they felt like he was a little more aggressive than usual there on Drake.
Howard definitely felt it as he kind of looked for the official. You see that? One of those, and timeout will be taken here by head coach Ryan Brown for the Taylorville Tornadoes. We'll take one with them. 59-44, Mount Zion leads it over Taylorville. Tim Zalabak alongside Lou Johnson. We'll be right back here on WTIM, your information station. Coming out of the Taylorville timeout here in the fourth quarter, Mount Zion lead 59-44 out of the Taylorville Tornadoes. WTIM, your information station, your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball. 4 minutes, 40 seconds left to play in the ball game, and Taylorville with their work cut out for them, Lou.
Yes, indeed. We need to knock down every shot at this point and keep our composure.
Knock down every shot, get every stop you can. Malik Pierce kicks it over to Brock Brown, just at the top of the key, and he almost loses it. Guarded by Lincoln Coaster. Guy can do it on both ends. Drake Howard now at the Tornado logo, pushes towards Harvey. He'll kick it over to Brock Brown. Now it's Clark Durbin. Durbin chest pass to Baron Odom. Odom thought about a three-pointer, didn't take it. Odom needs to find a man. He'll find Durbin. Durbin stopping in the lane. Brock Brown now top of the key. 4 minutes to play. Howard trying to shake his defenders, shake up Harvey. Nowhere to go, gives to Malik Pierce. Pierce now drives towards the basket, gets the ball up in the air. He'll take the contact. And it looks like he'll take the foul. It'll be on, it'll be two shots. No. What do we got?
Yeah, 2 shots for Malik. Dribbled penetration and got into some traffic and, nice effort to get to the rim and drew the foul. That possession, we're down 15 with 4.5 to play, and we really just couldn't get a shot. Credit Mount Zion and their intensity on defense. It burned 30 seconds, even when there's not a shot clock when you're down 15. So
just no open looks. First was made there by Malik Pierce. Owen Yonker and Drake Howard check in. Durbin comes off. Malik Pierce, we await his second shot. Here it comes. That one bounces back iron. Taylorville grabs the rebound back. Malik Pierce now. Drake Howard, far side three. That one just rattles out. Looked great. Mount Zion grabs the rebound.
Yeah, down and out. We really need that to fall right there. Tough break.
Sam Driscoll now with a real slow pace across the center line. Malik Pierce is going to say, you got to speed that up. It's tipped away. Now Malik Pierce has it all on his own. And the easy lay for Pierce as he tipped it away. 59-47. Taylorville doing their best to stay in this ball game.
Yeah, down 12 with 3 minutes and 20 seconds. Anything can happen still. We're going to have to pressure defense and get shots off quickly on the offensive end.
Lincoln Coaster gives it to Jacob Harvey. One last dish to the block there, and Andrew Tay. Tay had nowhere to go, gives it to Sam Driscoll. Malik Pierce getting tied up with Driscoll. Pierce hates the call. But Driscoll has, he's been getting chippier all game. These guys just pressing into each other. A little bit harder as this game progresses.
Yeah, that's only our second team foul with 3 minutes to go. So we're going to have to keep pressuring and take some fouls if we have to. Yeah. We need the ball back. We can't let them just burn the clock.
Definitely got some fouls to give here with 3 minutes left in the fourth quarter. Take to the basket, and Lincoln Coaster, a little Euro step around a waiting Baron Oda. My goodness, Lou.
You're right. It did look like a Euro step, and good control by Coaster all night, just breaking down our defense and getting good shots off.
Drake Howard now jump stopping, trying to find a man as he had nowhere to go. Bounce pass to Baron Odom underneath the basket. Odom trying to relocate now. Pass intended for Malik Pierce is stolen up by Sam Driscoll. And gives it off to Lincoln Coaster. And Coaster's a guy that can do that to you, and then in transition he can stop on a dime and get one off the glass to go. He's just a lot of different threats in Lincoln Coaster, and has some good counterparts out there with him.
He sure does. Sam Driscoll being one of them, really good ball handler. And tough call. They called the block on Drake out front. Drake, might have been moving just a little bit, but really nice play by Drake to take what he thought was a charge, but Coaster got the call on that play.
Taylorville's been pretty lucky on the offensive foul calls on Mount Zion tonight, as they've taken 2 or 3 charges and had a swim move foul called. That time, Drake Howard, he sold it. I do believe he was pushed, but not quite enough. Mount Zion inbounds here with 2 minutes left in the fourth. It's Coaster. He'll hand it off to Sam Driscoll at the Tornado logo. Jacob Harvey over to Connor Cuddy, then in pass inside the paint there to a cutting, looked like it was Jacob Harvey once again. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple shots.
Yeah, foul on Owen Yonker, just contesting the shot, so he didn't get an easy layup. So number 10, Jacob Harvey, will go to the line to shoot too.
Check-ins to be aware of incoming for the Tornadoes. First one missed there by Jacob Harvey. Luke Wheeler checking in. Clark Durbin. Luke Wheeler with a sweet 3-point shot. And needs some of that late in this ball game.
We sure do. Owen Yonker and Baron Odom are going to have a seat with 2 minutes to play.
And 0 for 2 from the charity stripe there is Jacob Harvey. 61-47, Taylorville leads it. Luke Wheeler, a little floater down the lane as he's blocked there by Connor Cuddy.
Thought about shooting the 3 when he first caught it, and saw an open lane and tried to get a little closer, but Mount Zion's defense reacted very well.
Pushing towards briefly was Lincoln Coaster, then he relocates and gives it up to Sam Driscoll. 20 points for Drake Howard and 11 points for both Malik Pierce and Brock Brown tonight. Just really, really good showings from all those guys, and they did their best effort to keep them in this ball game.
Minute 23 to go. Tim, it almost looks like Mount Zion's content with trying to run out the clock here, and Taylorville, next foul, they'll be shooting 2.
Yep.
So
Pierce covering up Lincoln Coaster in the backcourt. Malik Pierce is going to a little hand check right there. Send Mount Zion to the line, give Taylorville what chances they can. Some great candidates tonight, though, for the Nicole Patrick Country Financial Player of the Game. Stay tuned to the very end of this broadcast. We'll be sitting down post-game with head coach Ryan Brown. We'll learn his thoughts, and we'll tell him that WTIM Tornado Player of the Game. Minute and 11 to play in the final quarter here. First was up and made there by Lincoln Coaster. Coaster terrorizing the Taylorville defense. Once again, 25 points so far for him tonight. Last minute check-ins here is Landon Bauscher checks in for the Tornadoes along with Hudson DeMichael. And Maddox Owens checking in as well. Maddox Owens, Luke Wheeler, Landon Bauscher. We got Clark Durbin. We got Hudson DeMichael. Lots of new faces for the Tornadoes out right now. Let's see what they can do. Second was up and it was made by Lincoln Coaster. One more check-in here. Clark Durbin will come off. Who is that? I don't have him on my roster. I'm gonna pull out a roster here. Oh, I do have a roster.
Maddox
Havera.
Yep.
Beautiful. All righty. Maddox Havera checking into this one as well. Landon Bauscher, our ball carrier, in the near side, and he'll just send it right out of bounds there. That was on intended for Maddox Havera. 63-47. Taylorville hung with this Braves team as best as they could just late in this game. Mount Zion compounding their offensive successes. Now driving towards the basket there is Braxton Rhodes. His doesn't go with 50 seconds left on the clock. Now driving baseline, little floater shot there from Connor Cuddy, and he gets it up and in. Landon Bauscher carries the ball with 40 seconds left across the center line. Gives it to Luke Wheeler. Wheeler over the head pass there. Now into our near side. That's Maddox Owens. Boucher back with it. Coming towards the basket. And looks like Boucher will be called up for travel. You see travel?
Yep. Took just one little extra step.
Tough coming into a team that's been playing good defense all day and been not the warmest over there. The bench. 20 seconds left in this ball game. Mount Zion drives towards. That one was up and missed. Second chance opportunity. That one falls. Final 10 seconds. Taylorville will dribble out the clock here, and they will lose to Mount Zion. Mount Zion will improve to 7-0 on the year. Taylorville lose to 1-4. Last second three-point shot. Luke Wheeler. Show him what you got, Luke Wheeler. I love it. He sends that one up, and not just 3 points for himself. A beautiful shot from the three-point specialist in Luke Wheeler to end off this game on a high note. 68-50. Taylorville will go down to Mount Zion. It's going to be an interesting conversation with head coach Ryan Brown post-game. But before we go here, Lou, I mean, what went right for the Tornadoes tonight? I mean, how much more could they have done to just kept this game a little bit closer to Mount Zion?
Yeah, they really played with them at times. It's a really good team over there in Mount Zion. A lot of skill, a lot of athleticism, and Taylorville, again, we've repeated this. If we just shoot the ball a little bit better that first quarter and certainly the first half, a lot of open looks just didn't fall for us. So the outlook could have looked a lot different heading into the second half, but either way, it's just a tough team to beat unless you're shooting the ball at a high percentage and defending well every time down.
And that coming into the game against Mount Zion, this is one of those games that's circled on the calendar every year, and you try to get closer and closer. This year and this time around, Taylorville with a much greater effort than the last 2 years. Last year losing 68-24 and then 79-34. That's a completely different ball game than 68-50. Taylorville was hanging right with them. The third quarter especially, they cut the lead to within 8 there, maybe even more, maybe even less there. But we're going to be talking about that third quarter specifically with head coach Brown here in just a little bit. They're going to head into their locker room right now, break it down on their end, and we'll have more from Dolph Stanley Court in our post-game. Tim Zalabak alongside Luke Johnson in this one. We're going to take a quick break. Your final, 68-50. Mount Zion will take this one. You're listening to WTIM, your information station, and your home for Taylorville Tornado boys basketball. Back with post-game coverage in just a little bit.
Good evening, Tornado Nation. The final score here tonight is 68-50 with the Mount Zion Braves coming out on top. On behalf of myself and the Tommy TV crew, we would like to thank you for tuning in on broadcast as we broadcast them this season. Have a great night.
watching Tommy TV.